You're watching HubWire Galactic here on the HubNet. These are tonight's headlines. After 2 failed attacks, Pyro-based outlaw group Xenothreat has once again attacked Stanton. Our reporter dives deep into their tactics and motivations. And we investigate a change in criminal behavior that could be connected to recent regeneration technology. And the 2952 Daymar Rally came to an end about a month ago, and we met with the winners and silver medalists to talk about their thoughts on the race, their teams, and their preparations for next year. I'm Oliver Zark, and you're watching HubWire Galactic. The Pyro-based anti-UEE terrorist organization has once again attacked the INS Jericho Navy base in Stanton. For Stanton residents, this doesn't come as a surprise, as Xenothreat has attacked the system before. The Outlaws entered the system on February 3rd and attacked several cargo ships headed for Terra. The Navy and the CDF responded quickly, but why does Xenothreat keep attacking Stanton? We sent out our reporter to find out.
As the UEE continues to expand its territories and develop xeno-trade relations, species from around the galaxy are moving in to live within Empire borders. But not everyone approves, and some resort to violence to prove their point. Xenothreat, an outlaw organization founded by disgruntled and defected military personnel, is one such organization, describing themselves as a balancing force for the Empire's irresponsible xeno policies. At the other end of the spectrum, we find political experts like Irma Addy, who can be seen on the Empire Report. Irma, what can you say about Xenothreat's take on the Empire's xeno policies?
Well, for starters, violence is never a way to conduct politics. But from what I gather, this organization has never been interested in talking, and even if they were, they are very much missing the mark. The UEE today is bigger than humanity, and these people are idealizing an old empire that no longer exists, an empire past where humans made the decisions. Today, however, the UEE incorporates the Tavaran senators and Xi'an governors, while also depending on a great number of trade agreements with different species across the verse. I'll say it again, the UEE is bigger than just humanity, and that's not a political opinion, it's just how it is. Xenothreat might have had a say 200 years ago, but right now, there's no human empire around to fight for, and their attacks are quite literally for a lost cause.
Thank you, Irma. So why does Xenothreat keep attacking Stanton? Simply because it works. Apart from gaining a huge number of new recruits, they also managed to take out important UEE supplies heading to Terra. Stanton is sitting on the Sol Terra jump line as one of the weakest defended systems in the UEE, while also being one of the busiest. And while connected to Pyro, Xenothreat have it all laid out for them to strike where it hurts. With the UEE already depending on non-humans for trade and official positions, is Xenothreat fighting an already lost cause? Let us know what you think. Regardless, violence is never the answer, and our thoughts go out to the families of military personnel, CDF pilots, and insurgents who are on their last cycle and died fighting for their beliefs. For HubWire Galactic, I'm Markus Hurst.
Moving on, ever since imprinting and regeneration got publicly accessible, there has been many studies on the groundbreaking technology from universities all around the Empire. While most of them are still ongoing, a few sociological changes in behavior are now surfacing, especially regarding pirates. Here's our reporter with details on the changes in criminal behavior following the regeneration program.
Ever since imprinting has become publicly available, life in the UEE has changed dramatically. Every day we see new regulations in hazardous occupations, military operations, and medical care. However, there are no regulations for piracy, so as new opportunities open up for criminals, the rest of us must simply adapt and do our best to stay informed. A new tactic is gaining foothold among pirates. Outlaws have started deploying stripped or stolen vessels along popular trade routes meant specifically to ram trade vessels. In such cases, regeneration means no loss of life, making it a both cheap and effective strategy for attackers. Minutes after the attack, an unregistered ship arrives to gather the scattered cargo, while the initial crew and outlaw attackers are regenerated elsewhere in the system. Regeneration is also a safe way to escape capture, with imprints being stored in known outlaw hospitals, for example, Crusader Systems' infamous Grim Hex. Discussions are ongoing in the Senate, and a commission has been appointed to investigate possible solutions. For HubWire Galactic, I'm Mason Watts.
Until the government has a proper solution to this, cargo pilots would do well to travel with an escort ship. Moving on, the Daymar Rally wrapped up last month and we managed to grab a couple interviews with the teams before they left Port Olisar. Here's Casey Cross with the sports.
The 2952 Daymar Rally was a show of fast-paced racing as well as an enormous test of endurance, where the last team to finish the race had been at it for 9 hours. We managed to get an interview with Team Kuroda Rip Racing, the winners of the truck division for the second year in a row. Jet Heller, you were driving during this race, and this is actually the longest race anyone has ever finished in the truck division. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, well, we're just so proud that we were able to cross the finish line in the distance and the time. Hasn't been done, and we were just so proud of what we're able to do and come in first place.
A race in the truck division is really a test of endurance. What would you say sets a truck racing team apart from a bike or a buggy team?
Well, it's definitely a lot more training time required due to the slow pace of the trucks themselves. It tests you a lot physically and mentally, and really, we spend so much time on Daymar, I feel that we just cannot escape the Scandinam system.
How do you handle the trucks being so big, considering you can only bring 1 or 2 replacements?
Oh, look, I think we're very lucky that the Ursa is a very stable and strong vehicle. You can probably get by with 2 Ursas in a race. A few extra is just for potential accidents, but the Ursa is a very strong vehicle, so we don't need as many as the buggies or the bikes.
All right, thank you, Jet Heller of Team Kuroda Rip Racing. Let's go over to Team Rising Storm out of Nova, who finished second in the buggy division. Could you tell our viewers, how does a big org like Nova select who will represent them in a rally like this?
So Nova has a selection process that we go through. We try and find the best drivers and the best support craft that we can. We try and find good navigators. We find people who know how to navigate the terrain really, really well. And from those people, we try and select the best.
Do you have internal racing in Nova as well?
Yeah,
Yes,
we have
we do.
quite a bit. Hang on, who's answering this one? Sorry. Go on, Bandader, you do this one.
Yeah, we do have some internal racing going on all the time. Not only on ground, but also in air, everywhere, doing a lot of racing in between our normal other operations we're doing.
Thank you, racers. We will leave you guys to finish packing up and heading home. For HubWire Galactic, I'm Casey Cross.
Thank you, Casey. If you're looking to prove yourself on the dunes of Daymar, registrations for the 2953 rally are now open. Submit your team before December 27th. But before then, you have races like Tour de Verse, the Stanton 7 Racing League, or any of the exciting races thrown together by XGR to look forward to. That's all we had today. I'm Oliver Zark, and you are wiser than yesterday. Stay safe. HubWire Galactic was brought to you by our investors as well as at Gate Catering. Fresh fruit and delicious snacks delivered anywhere in Stanton.